All right, Claire, thank you so much for putting yourself out there for our veteran job seekers. Like we said at Veteran Hiring Solutions, people don't follow companies, they follow leaders. So, as the COO for Wild West Systems, could you introduce yourself to the audience? Tell us a little bit about your background and why you're at Wild West.
Yeah, so like you said, my name is Claire Hawkins, COO of Wild West Systems. I've been with the company since June of 2025, which was shortly after the company started. My background has been primarily in aerospace and defense. I started my career, so I have a engineering background, mechanical and aerospace engineering background. Went to Northrop Grumman
Mm.
for about a year, and then went to Raytheon Missile Systems in Tucson, where I got to work on a lot of fun missiles there, and did a short stint at a startup. That's how I got my first experience at a startup until they were bought out, and then I went to Firefly Aerospace as an even earlier startup, and that's where I actually really learned my love and passion for the startup culture.
Mhm.
Um, and now I'm here at Wild West Systems.
Yeah, going from the big machine of Northrop Grumman and Raytheon to, a year old, less than 2 year old company that's scrappy, pivoting and moving, and just the energy of a young company must be fun.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll be honest, when I was at Northrop Grumman, I was extremely bored, um, and I remember telling my boss that when I was leaving because he was trying to keep me there. And I said, I'll be honest, I'm pretty bored and I want something that challenges me more. And so I went to Raytheon, and I would say it was slightly better, but still the same,
Big
where I had
machine.
to just, yeah, it was the big machine, something that I wanted to solve that was so simple and I could do overnight if I wanted to. Still took 6 months to go through all the bureaucracy and, approvals and everything like that. And it wasn't really until I got to Firefly that I said, okay, this is what I've been looking for.
Hmm.
The dream I always had as a young engineer was that I wanted to kind of own everything. So I wanted to be able to come up with the idea. I wanted to be able to create it in the system or, in CAD. And then I wanted to be able to build it and test it and then iterate and learn from what I did and just
Hmm.
make something that way. And that's what you get when you come to Wild West Systems. When you come to a startup like us, you really get to own the whole thing, which is, I think, what every engineer really wants. And
Hmm.
so we have right behind me is where we do our first production line, and then over here on the other side of me we have our machines that are our CNC machines and 3D printers and everything, and then on
Hmm.
the other side of that wall is our office. So everybody's very close. Literally, you can walk around the corner and be in the shop and make stuff happen and test things. And just earlier today, there was a bunch of static fire of the rocket motors here in the
Oh,
shop.
cool.
So it's a lot of
Yeah, I
fun.
mean,
Like,
for
you get
somebody
to
that
see
wants to
everything.
move quickly, somebody
Yeah,
that has that ownership like you, hey, I want to own the whole thing.
yeah,
This is a
and you
great company
really
to join.
everybody has that passion that you need. You want somebody that's just really cares about what they're doing and is just going to make it happen,
Hmm.
and they just have that thing where they have that itch where they can't stop until they figure it out, and that's really what you need here at Wild West Systems.
Hey, as an entrepreneur myself, I know exactly what you're talking about. The that
Yeah,
it's in the back of your head all the time, and it's just a passion it's not work, right? It's a passion, and you're just enjoying the creation of the and creating those new opportunities, systems, whatever it might be. Well, great. So let's walk through that first role as the mechanical design engineer, correct? Can you walk me through that role, their responsibilities, and kind of how that position pieces itself into the organization?
yeah, so the mechanical design engineer role obviously want somebody that is creative and can come up with new concepts. But ultimately, I guess I'll start with what you get to work on, because that's probably one of the cooler parts.
Yeah.
Is you get to work on miniaturized rockets essentially. It, Everybody else is trying to do the big booms. We're trying to do very precise actions with what we're building. I try not to give all the secret sauce away here,
Yeah.
um, but essentially, you get to work on the launcher system, the actual projectiles themselves, and we do demonstration drones as well. We're not necessarily in the drone space. We
Mhm.
mostly work with other drone manufacturers and integrate onto their systems. But
Oh,
for
okay.
testing purposes and demo purposes and things like that, we're building those too. But we have those. We have our next generation of our original projectile, and then we're actually going on to do miniaturized missile essentially, and that we can launch from very small drones. So essentially, we're just this person it will be key to building weapon systems for drones, lightweight drones that really nobody has done before. Group 1, Group 2 style drones. Most people are in the bigger drone space. We're
Mhm.
trying to do the same thing, but for much smaller. Nobody's really going to the smaller side. Most people are just doing drones. So we're building. This is the gold rush, right? And so we're building the pickaxes and the shovels for the gold rush. Everybody else is building drones. We're building weapon systems to put on them.
That's smart. That's smart. And so that's what they're going to jump right into is this development side of those systems.
Yes,
That's great.
exactly. They will be right in the mix. I mean, we have a bunch of projects that are lined up that we just need people here for. And so,
Mhm.
really, this person is going to own from the beginning to end. You know, let's say it's the new launcher, the new missile, or the new platform, or whatever it is. They're going to own a certain portion of it. And
Mhm.
yes, you're not going to be all alone, right? There's other people around to talk to and whatnot, but you'll be the sole owner of a certain part of it. And you'll be able to work on it from the beginning all the way to the end, and actually go out. We have a range that's about 50 minutes away west of here, and we get to go out and do testing out there, shooting things off, all those types of things. And so it's really one of those things when if you're just stuck in one little part of what you're doing, it can get to where it's kind of unmotivating. But when you get to come up with the idea, build it, and actually see it operate and actually go and do it yourself, that's really exciting. And that's what this person's going to get to do.
That's cool. And I'm not an engineer, right? So these are engineers that are going to be watching. Do you want to talk engineer to engineer? Hey, these are what your capabilities need to be,
Yes.
things like that, so they understand if they're
Yeah.
the right person or not.
No problem. So obviously, this person's going to be doing a lot of CAD design, a lot of if this person can do some structural analysis, essentially just say, hey, what kind of pressures can this thing take, or what kind of force that can this
Hmm.
take? We have ANSYS. We also do CFD, but this person doesn't necessarily have to be an expert in that. We use Onshape as our CAD platform. It's a web-based platform that they can use. And obviously, we want somebody that's willing to come out in the shop if they have any experience running manual machines, manual mill, manual lathe, things like that. But there's just really, it's fail fast. So it's come up with your idea, build it out in CAD, print it. We have our 3D printers. You can print it out on the 3D printer, or you can machine it, whatever you need to do to put it together, test it, and then do that whole cycle over and over again.
I picture if I'm the human I'm picturing is that engineer that is a tinkerer on the weekends in their garage, right? Somebody
Yeah.
that can design it, but also likes to physically get in there and touch it too.
Yeah. We're definitely looking for those people that they don't only like coming up with the idea, they like building it and actually seeing it come to life as well.
Yeah, no, that's great. So I think we have everything about that role. Is there any challenges you want to talk to them about that they're going to have to take on? I think we covered that already. Anything that we didn't talk about this role specifically that you want them to have the information on before they make a decision?
It's really a like think about your schooling. Every class that you took in college, you'll get to do that here in real life. And yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know
Yeah, I
what
would
else.
say that, well, no, I think it's the dynamics of it all.
Yeah,
It's a high performance young team of driven, passionate professionals.
yeah,
And so if you want to get in and get in it, go. But it's not
yeah,
the place if you are the Raytheon and enjoy hey,
yeah. I
I'm
can
gonna
talk
copy
about the team
16
a little
people
bit.
on every email. This
Yeah,
place is the place for you.
yeah. So the team that we have here is extremely high performing. Everybody's hyper motivated, and so obviously the person we want to bring in needs to fit that same mold. We want
Mhm.
everybody to work together, everybody pulling their weight, and just want this person to be just as passionate as the rest of us are.
Great. Hey, I have everything I need for this mechanical design engineer. I'm going to get it over to my team. We're going to start recruiting, and we find that right veteran, we're going to send them to you.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.